Hello, everybody. How are you? Happy Tuesday, January 4th. I'm just pulling some stuff up on the background here. So today is an exciting day in our 10-day marketing boot camp because today is goal setting. And this is where we're really starting to finally get into what's going to move your business forward in 2022. So bear with me as I pull up the workbook. But today we're going to be talking about what goals to set and how many to set. I think one of the things that a lot of us are guilty of is setting too many goals. So we have a list of 15, 20, 25 of goals, 20 new clients, maybe it's 1,000 new people on our email list, whatever it happens to be. We have so many goals that they get lost. And then October and November rolls around and we're like, oh yeah, I didn't do that. Or I had too much going on and I didn't get to that. We don't want that to happen. We really want to talk about moving the business forward. And sorry, I've got like weird hair things going on today. So bear with me and feel free to let me know that you're here. Say hello in the comments if you found it. Because I see that there's a couple people watching live. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm glad that you found it. I pinned everything to the top. So hopefully you can see that. But okay, so I'm pulling up the workbook. So today in the workbook, if you sign up for the workbook, if you haven't signed up for the workbook, you should be able to get to it. And I think it is at kendracorman.com /bootcamp. And that should take you to the form to get the workbook automatically sent to you. So please feel free to do that. So again, with goal setting. So I'm a big fan of the Entrepreneurial Operating System, EOS, Traction by Gino Wickman. Gino's from, I think, Northville. But right here in Michigan, near where I'm from. And he talks about, he gives you a powerful, practical, and simple system for running your business. But one of the things that he tells you is that you can't have too many goals. So we definitely don't want to have too many goals along the way. So first thing is what type of goals to set. So we want our goals to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. That's hugely important. So we're setting SMART goals, and we want to include most of that information in the goals that we're setting. So I'm turning in my full focus planner to my goals for 2022. And I'll let you in on a couple of them. So I am launching some digital courses this year. So I'm super excited, starting with content marketing, and then I will be doing one on email marketing. My goal is to teach 100 students this year in my digital course program. I'm just getting started out, so hopefully that's attainable. It might be a little bit of a stretch goal because attainable doesn't mean a stretch goal. And I want to do that by the end of the year. So I actually have broken that out into quarterly goals so that I don't have a target of 100 for the first round. I would like to add 1,500 new email subscribers to my list. I am so far on the 4th day of the year, we are 250 towards that target. But again, I'm doing a lot of things like with this boot camp, and I've got my 30 days of social post ideas that are out there for you, things like that. I want to reduce expenses by 10%. So that's something that I'm going into, like to get that done by the end of the first or the second quarter. So, taking a look at where I am and then the targets, and I set quarterly targets for each of these goals to be achieved in. I have a total of, 6 goals. So you want 3 to 7. You don't want to have more than 7 goals, ideally. You could do 5 to 7 if you wanted to push. You could go as low as 3. Whatever's going to be best for your business is really what's important. So again, SMART goals, and then 5 to 7 goals that are specific. So again, I want to welcome 1,500 new email subscribers by the end of the year. Oh, good. I'm so glad that you finally found it. So someone finally found it. Sorry. So I have been talking pretty lightly to start with. And if you want, in the comments, you can click on the facebook.com/StreamYard to give StreamYard permission to see your name and photo, and you should be able to see that. But let me pull up. But what I did today was I did actually, just for people to help find it, I did go ahead. Let me see if I can share my screen here. Share my second screen over here on the side. So what I did is up here in the featured, you can see that I am live. It is up here in the featured posts of the group, so you can see that. And then if you refresh around noon, you can see that I am live right now. There is a little bit of a time delay from where I'm at, but hopefully this will help you find the recording quicker. So let's go ahead and jump back in. So again, I was talking about traction in the EOS system, and they say no more than 3 to 7 goals for the year. And the reason why is because you want to be able to focus. If we have a ton of goals, we're not going to remember what they were. We're not going to be able to focus on them. And each day we're going to be scattered, and we're going to feel like the whole year went by and we didn't really achieve much. So when you're looking to try and achieve your goals, what I'm going to recommend that you do is to pick 3 to 7. So again, I've got 6. Maybe 5 is right for you. Maybe 4 is right for you, whatever it happens to be. But again, be specific. So I like to think about it in terms of what's my ultimate goal. So if my ultimate goal is to grow my business, double my business, quadruple my business, whatever that is, then I want to go ahead and make sure that these other pieces, oh, Lee, that's who it is. So thank you so much, Lee, for tuning in. I appreciate it. So again, if I want to double my business, what do I need to do that? Well, I need to grow my email list, right? So that's going to be an important thing that's going to support my business growth, because I need to be able to communicate with people so that I stay top of mind. And is it doubling my revenue or doubling my profits? Of course, I'd rather double my profits. So reducing expenses by 10% is going to be important for me. I also have reducing my days worked from 7 to 5. So right now I pretty much work 7 days a week. Little too much, in my opinion. I'm not seeing that. I might not work on Sundays, because I think always work on Sundays to some level, just simply because that's when I like to do my content writing. That's when I like to plan for the week. That's when I like to do all my social posts for the week. Sunday is a great time for me when I don't have others distractions to get a lot of things off of my plate. And so while I'm still talking about reducing from 7 to 5, that doesn't mean I can't do a handful of things on another day. Maybe what I'll do is I'll cut a day short, that type of thing. But I want to have that done by the end of the second quarter. So when's your day off then? Right now I have no days off. My plan is to have some shorter work days and to have Saturdays off. So that'll be my big one, because I've got tennis in the mornings on Saturdays that I really want to go to again and haven't been able to go to as much as I had originally planned. So, as you're working towards your goals, again, this Facebook group, I want to grow it to 2,000. I would love your help. So if you know anybody that might benefit from some of the marketing stuff or the marketing questions that I asked, I would love for you to invite them to join the group. If you know any marketing experts that we could all benefit from their knowledge and expertise, I would love for you to invite them to join this group. I'm going to be creating a list of group experts that people will be applying for, and be identifying group experts in certain categories, so that we have a trusted group of people sharing information and answering questions as we go. So anybody that you can think of that might be interested in the group, please help me out, because we're at 186 members and I want to get to 2,000 by the end of the fourth quarter. So I've got a lot of goals that are going to take the whole year, but I have targets that I'm going to hit throughout the year as I go. And I start quarterly, and we're going to talk about breaking them up later in this bootcamp. I think tomorrow our goal is we're going to break up these goals into quarterly goals. So again, 3 to 7 goals. Be specific, make sure that they're measurable. Again, I didn't say grow my email list. I said welcome 1,500 new email subscribers. That's measurable, right? It's very specific. I know exactly what I want them to do. It doesn't necessarily say how I'm going to get it done, but it is specific. It's measurable. It's relevant because I can't grow my business without new email subscribers. And it's time-based because my goal is by the end of the year. So as you're thinking about your goals, be very specific. What are those things? And you can add in some personal goals with it, especially if you're a solopreneur like myself or an entrepreneur, reducing the number of days worked or reducing the amount of time worked, building more flexibility, interest, as long as there's a number attached to it. It needs to be specific and measurable, relevant, and time-based. So, good morning, Gloria. Good to see you too. Thanks for tuning in. So again, as you set your goals, think about what it is that you ultimately want to achieve, and then have them support those goals. So, somebody who told me, they're like, hey, can you develop a marketing plan for us? And I was like, sure. What are your goals? And they're like, well, we want to do better marketing and be more consistent. And I said, well, okay, but really, what are the business goals? Let's start with those, because that's going to determine a lot of the tactics that we use and how we go about it and what we're sharing about in our marketing efforts. We can't just make a plan and then hope that it supports the business goals. So we always have to start with the business goals. I think most of us have set goals. We just need to take the time to do it. And again, just make sure that we take that time. Set aside a half an hour right now. Pick half an hour on your calendar, either today, tomorrow, anytime this week, and set your goals. Think through what it is you ultimately want to achieve and some other things that are going to help you achieve it along the way. One of my clients wants more business from existing clients. So we want them to call more often because it's a little bit more transactional than my service-based industry. And so one of the things that we're doing is we're setting a goal for how many lines of business or how many projects or how many pieces of business we want with each of those current existing customers to grow to. So right now they average like 2 or 3. Well, we want to grow that to 5 or 6. So we're saying 6 because we might as well have a stretch goal with it. We want 6 pieces of business from every client. We want to average 6. So we say average because, they've got a client base of 600 or 700, I think. So we're not necessarily going to hit 6 from everybody. But all of our tactics to support that effort are going to be about communicating with existing customers. They're not so concerned about getting new customers. So we're not going to be out doing advertising. We're not going to do print ads. We're not going to be doing things that are going to attract new business, which I think is really important. So Gloria, I can't see you on the Streamyard, but that's okay. So Gloria is trying to be more deliberate about setting time aside to work on her business. Yes, that is super important. More time planning. So pick focus time. Pick 1-2 hours a week to work on your business. I have a client that sets aside Fridays for no meeting days. Sometimes he's working on client work, but at least one day a month on his Fridays, he works on his business. So pre-pandemic, used to go to Panera, and actually set that time aside at Panera to go through marketing tactics and marketing efforts and things like that. So you need to book it and you need to protect it just like it's a client meeting. I find if I don't do that, then it's not getting done. But yeah, I'd say I like to have an hour a week minimum. But I try to get, I've been trying to get an hour a day where I'm working on my business. Again, launching this boot camp and things like that, it was more like 4 hours a day the last couple of weeks, so long days, because I still had to get all my client work done. But there's just a lot of opportunity for you to work on your business. Okay, so think about what your goals are. So, Gloria, in being deliberate about setting time to work on your business, one of the things that I would recommend or would suggest is, could you say how many hours that's going to be? How do we make that measurable? Or how many days a week are you going to do that? If we can set aside that number and make it a habit, I think that would be huge. So I do a lot of things for my business in my Workday startup and shutdown rituals. So I talked a little bit about this on Sunday, I think, when we were talking about your non-negotiables. But my Workday startup and my Workday shutdown rituals are actually booked on my calendar. They are 1 hour in length, where I go through email, I check this Facebook group, and I might check it other times throughout the day too when I get notifications. But I check this Facebook group. I work on a small project for my business, and I have those scheduled throughout the week as to what that is, checking social posts and stuff like that. And that really helps me. But I would definitely block your calendar and add that. So think about what you want to do. So I think Lee added it to his calendar. So great, Lee. Congratulations. And Gloria is going to block her calendar, which is awesome. And then, yes, rituals are very cool. So my Workday, well, I actually have it written in my full focus planner because I'm a full focus planner addict. And I would have a referral link for that if it didn't cost like $2,000 or something crazy to become a referral partner for Michael Hyatt in the full focus planner. But let me see if I can find my Workday startup ritual is pretty specific. Past my goals, past my calendar. And it takes me about an hour. So I check Facebook, I check emails, I review my annual and quarterly goals, and then I review CoSchedule, which is my social scheduling app, and my task management app to see what's going on in there for the day or for the week. And then that's my Workday startup. And then my Workday shutdown ritual is checking Facebook, checking emails, and getting to inbox 0. I set up my next day in my planner. I identify what didn't get done. That's a biggie for me. And I transfer my schedule to Planner. And then I pick my daily 3 most important tasks. And one of the things when I'm working on my most important tasks, and the reason it's important for me to look at my to-do list or my goals daily, I look at my annual and quarterly goals daily. And the reason I do this is because I want to know that the things that I'm doing throughout the day are supporting those goals. So growing this group to 2,000 people this year involves me making sure that preparing for this presentation and getting the workbook done, all of those were really important in one of my top 3 tasks at one point in the last of the day, and one point in the last 3-4 days. So hopefully this gets you thinking about some different ways of planning goals and looking at things just a little bit differently and giving yourself permission and time to work on your business, because I think we have a tendency to forget a lot of the pieces that go with our stuff. So for instance, for those of you who have signed up for the 30 days of social media planning calendar, which you can get at kendracorman.com/30 days, I think. If you signed up for that calendar, I need to update the end because we changed the name of the Facebook group since I created that. Little things like that I've been noticing. I remember to do it for my clients, but I don't always remember to do it for myself. And having these goals, looking at these goals, checking in with these goals every single day, and making sure that the actions I'm taking are moving me towards those goals are really what's important. So, Lee, 2,000 followers, easy work for you. Thank you. Not so easy. I wish it was. But I'll need your help. So please feel free to share and invite people. I would really appreciate it. That would be a huge help. So that's all I had on goals. Goals is pretty short. So hopefully I appreciate Lee and Gloria jumping in here. So I have a special gift for both of you guys. So I'll reach out to you and get those to you for all of your interactions in the group today and during the presentation. So thank you so much for doing that. Because I do want to reward participation. So for those of you who are able to attend live, I do have prizes for people that participate. So hopefully Lee and Gloria, I'll get that out to your mailing addresses, and then you guys can post pictures in the group of your prizes once you get those. And I think that's everything. Does anybody have any questions? I'll give it a minute because of that. So, oh, please put the StreamYard link in the description for next time. Okay. Thank you, Lee. I will work on that. I don't know how to do that. I'll have to look at that again. Okay. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I will talk to you all later. Have a great rest of your day.